Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Funday Sunday, and as you could tell, clan battle is in full swing right now, and I have a clan battle that is actually a really good example of when you need to push. Pushing ensures that you will at least take the fight to the enemy, and standing still will allow the enemy to actually take control of the map and possibly defeat you. So we are playing on hotspot, playing obviously domination. We have a Conqueror, 2 Des Moines, Hindenburg, Mossad, Gearing, and a Z52. On the enemy team, we're playing against STP. There is a Montana, 2 Des Moines, 2 Mossad, Gearing, and Hopdoshk. And as you can tell, I redid my captain to kind of better suit the clan battle style. So better off dealing with any potential hazards such as destroyers. Obviously, there are no carriers within the game. Now, I'm gonna not delve too deeply into our strategy. I'm gonna keep it semi-vague. Maybe you guys will figure out what we do. But we are obviously going to at least capture A. The enemy team is actually directly south of us. As you can see, the RDF is showing that there is a ship on the other side of that island. And we're just going to take our time. This is really how you need to play land battles, is cautiously. There are certain points, as you will see, there is actually a point in this game where we really need to actually push. And it is fortunate for us that we do it, and it ensures a victory. Now, I'm not saying our team is complete without any losses. We have faced a few losses. That is to be expected, but we're doing fairly well all the same, so we'll see. All right, so we have officially captured A. We are possibly looking towards this island. Obviously, there's someone over there, and we are going to have Icthalion in his gearing head that direction because obviously that's the closest ship to me right now is over there. So we're hoping to figure out, and we finally see one of the enemy ships is the Mossad down at B that is going to probably be taking that position right next to that island just to protect his very vulnerable citadel. So very good play on that part. We do have a couple of our ships moving over to C to try to capture it, and we'll see how things progress. We do have the Z52. Z52 is actually faster than the gearing, so it's a better choice as far as getting over C quickly. But obviously on the enemy team there is a Hopdoshk, and the Hopdoshk is the fastest destroyer in the game. Well, you can probably guess what is about to occur. Now, I am at times experiencing some lags for whatever reason during this clan war that we were doing that night. I was experiencing some amount of lag, so that's why you are seeing couple of what looks like frames actually just dipping down. The enemy Des Moines is finally spotted, and the nice thing about the Des Moines is the arcing of the shell. It does allow you to get over the island. Now, I wish I had a spotter plane. There is actually a way to kind of see where the enemy ship is. It's a trick using the map button. So that is one way you can actually do it. I'm just hoping I can get my shells lobbed over. Looks like I'm misjudging the speed, and looks like he just ran aground and is no longer moving. At the exact same time, we do have the enemy Hopdoshk pushing into C, and we have Pizza over there. And we'll see if he can take on the Hopdoshk. We do have our other Des Moines over there to assist as well, trying to help Pizza in the Z52 as quickly as possible. But my main focus is just to ensure that this Des Moines doesn't go anywhere. And there you can see I was trying the map tactic to get a better sighting on that enemy Des Moines. But you can see what's happening. All of us have essentially stalled. At least 4 of our ships are kind of stalled around this island, taking our time. We do have a major fight occurring over there with our friendly Des Moines and our friendly Z52. Sweet Potato has taken a lot of damage. There is a enemy Mossad that pushed in with a enemy Hopdoshk. Now, they are actually doing a really good job ensuring that they work in team to ensure that they allow our friendly ships to fire at them at certain points. But right now, well, right now we actually need to push. The enemy team has both B and C. They are obviously in a cap advantage. And I'm going to go ahead and start pushing in. Do pop my radar, hoping I could spot someone. And it looks like the enemy Des Moines is spotted by one of our fighters, which is actually really good. So now I can actually open up on him. And AP, yes, granted, probably not the best. Obviously, HE would be a little bit better. He's not showing us a lot of broadside, but in this time, Hakaym has actually got around the enemy team and is on the southern quadrant and is now open to drop any torpedoes toward the enemy team, because the enemy team are doing very similar style of battle compared to what we are. They're fairly stagnant on this side. And we finally get a fire on the enemy Des Moines. The other Des Moines has not pushed out yet. He is actually taking his time, and we are being currently chained radar at the moment. And this is actually a very viable tactic for any clan members. Just ensures that your enemy ships are always spotted. So having multiple Des Moines and Moskva, and even with that additional alteration to the radar, ensures that your radar stays on longer and keep your enemy spotted for a little bit longer. All right, looks like the enemy Des Moines has taken torpedoes, and now he is currently sitting broadside to us, and this is extremely detrimental for him. His only choice is to actually quickly start accelerating and start pushing towards us, but he has taken a significant amount of damage, and there we go. Earned our first kill. Very, very nice. That is actually the first kill in the entire battle. We currently have another Des Moines that is currently sitting off to that side. Fortunately, he doesn't get too much damage towards us. And now it looks like Ian, or better yet, Lord Hakaym is currently causing a distraction for the enemy Des Moines, allowing us to push up. Obviously, I want to be careful because there is a enemy Montana just directly south of me, and I do not want to show a lot of broadside to him. That would ensure a quick and very poor death on my part, so I don't want to do this. So Lord Hakaym is doing a very good job causing distraction. He has popped his own smoke screen and is currently trying to just cause as much distraction as possible. Enemy Montana is now pushing towards us, and we are going to try to ensure that we keep this big island between us and him. We did actually destroy a enemy turret on the Des Moines. I believe is that second turret, as you can see there, and we're getting pretty good damage, around 5,000 right there. So pretty good damage on the super heavy AP shells that the Des Moines does have to offer. But we are now safely on the inner side of this channel, and we should be able to push if we need to. Now, had the gearing been kind of closer to us, we would have been a little bit scared due to the fact of his torpedoes, but fortunately he's actually down in the B cap. Now we have lost one of our friendly ships. We have lost Sweet Potato and his Des Moines, but you can see the enemy team is now at a very large point advantage, 840 points to 610, and now we are currently being radared. But I do have my Hydro. Now I do run Hydro instead of defensive AA due to the fact that there is no CVs in this clan war, so it is extremely pointless to have defensive AA. So I do run Hydro just to have that additional torpedo warning. And obviously we also have Dread in his Hindenburg right next to us, but I think it is about time for us to push out. We are almost very, very close to losing right now. They are at 900 points, and if they continue, they will easily win this. So I'm gonna have to take the initiative, and I'm gonna have to try to push in as quickly as can. Looks like Pisa does lay down some torpedoes, so I'm gonna follow those in as quickly as possible. Gearing is very, very low in health. Obviously, I'm taking my time. I don't want to show a lot of broadside. I do have a Moskva over at sea as well that could pose a danger to us, and looks like the enemy gearing will probably go down. Yes, he does. So now we are a little bit closer towards the enemy team as far as points. We are a ship ahead, and I think it is very high time to actually push out. The Mosfet has no torpedoes, and if I stay bow in, I should be fine, but obviously he sees us as a possible danger and is obviously looking at us. But we get ricochets on his first salvo, and we are doing a fantastic job pushing in. Now, the very dangerous thing right now is the fact that the enemy at Moskva has our broadside over at sea. So if he focuses us down with his AP, could do a lot of damage. Going to try to angle as much as possible, and I am going to slow up as quickly as possible as well, because there is obviously a enemy Montana that is currently looking at us. So yeah, I do not want to round that corner. I want to keep that island between myself and him, and overall not doing that bad of a job. We do damage gun. I am using AP a lot. My thought is, well, we could damage again as well as do some penetration on his superstructure. Now the Montana is alone and is currently showing us a lot of broadside. Look at that, 6,000 points of damage right there. Very fast firing guns on the Des Moines is very nice, especially with adrenaline rush. Does allow your guns to reload that much quicker. And fortunately, we should be able to take out the enemy Des Moines. We have lost our friendly Hindenburg, so now there is a point deficit. Oh, a significant value, but we do pull it back with the death of the Montana. Gives us additional 60 points, and we are currently capturing B. Enemy Des Moines is way out in the outskirts of the map. He's not particularly a threat. Right now, I need to really focus on currently capturing this base to ensure that we start gaining points. The enemy team is at 926. Keep in mind, they were 30 points away from winning. Had we not taken out their Montana, they could have easily started to get very, very close. And honestly, if they took out one of our friendly ships, that would almost ensure their win, because we have no forces that are currently over towards sea. Closest ship is the Conqueror. Honestly, I think the friendly Conqueror should have pushed in at sea, because it's just the Moskva, and Moskva has no torpedoes. The enemy Habdash is heading towards A and is currently trying to capture it. Enemy team is at 950 points, and there is still 7 minutes left, so there's no way to draw out the clock. We need to kill more ships. Fortunately, the enemy Des Moines has pulled away very, very far away and is just trying to stay alive. Now, we have done really good damage. We're sitting at around 87k. Enemy team is at 970 points. We need to kill this Habdash. We need to kill him to ensure that we will maintain victory. And looks like the enemy Habdash is probably going to go down one way or another. There we go. Finally, we have switched the point lead, and we are successfully in the lead right now. Very, very nice. That push right there, that pushing into B was very well needed. If we had not done that, we would have lost. The enemy team was well ahead in points and capture areas that they would have easily ensured victory. But fortunately for us, we were able to push, and we were able to ensure that they would have stayed very far away. Now, fortunately for us, and as the battle is running down, I'm going to go ahead and slow this up. A few major things is the fact that they had a Moskva and a Habdash pushing towards sea. That ensured that they had the time and the speed to ensure that they had islands protecting themselves. But at the exact same time, with us not pushing down, did prove almost fatal. But fortunately, with Lord Ekleon and his gearing pushing around and causing havoc with his torpedoes, that ensured that it caused chaos with the enemy team. So overall, not a bad battle. So our team earned a victory. We did all right with damage, around 88k points of damage, 3 citadels, 2 kills, fire. And as you can see, this is kind of the gameplay of the Clan Wars. It's definitely a lot more passive, because make sure that you use a little bit more strategy, just to ensure that you are able to deal damage without taking damage. And that's a really major factor of the fact that you have to be aware of your positioning, you have to be aware of your angling, and it's fun. I've had loads of fun. We've had a good time, and we are going to be continuing to do clan wars. So this is actually going to be it for this episode of Funday Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zaijian.